is module 4 of first quarter, Math 7. So I'm going to highlight only those difficult part, since all of these concept properties of the operations of integers could be read only on the notes, and it is very easy to understand. So I will just highlight on those difficult part. So this is from Deep Ed. Okay, so let's turn to the next page. So what I need to know. What I need to know, here are the question. This is all about the different properties, and here is what I know. So express 8 over 25 as decimal. Okay, the answer is 32 hundredths. 32 hundredths. Next, express 0.85 as fraction in the lowest term. So express 0.85 in this term. So this is solved as 85 over 100, because the last digit 5 is a hundredths place. So this is tenths, 100. So 85 over 100. Then reduce to lowest term. So divided by 5. 85 divided by 5. This is 17. 17 over 20. This is 17 over 20. So letter A. Now number 3, express 375,000 as fraction. So the same. This will be 375 over 1,000. So we could divide the numerator and the denominator by 25. So what is 375 divided by 25? The answer is 15. And 1,000 divided by 25, the answer is 40. 15 over 40, but this is still divisible by 5. So divide by 5 still, divided by 5. So this is 3 over 8. So where's 3 over 8? Here is letter D. Now number 4, express. Okay, many do not understand how to write this into fraction, repeating non-terminating decimal, but this is very easy. Okay, now this 0.5, repeating 5, recurring 5, so we could write this one into 0.5 vinculum. So the bar above, so this bar above is called as vinculum. Now to change this one into a fraction, this 5 vinculum, the place value of this is 10. So that's 5 over 10. Then you subtract 10 by 1. That is actually equal to 5 over 9. That's just letter B. Next, number 5. What property is illustrated in the expression? So blank, blank, blank equals 1. So this is inverse property. So this is 1/3. This is 3 over 1. Inverse property. Okay. Now, number 6. The product of any number 1 is the number itself. What property is this? This is identity property. Multiplying any number with 0 yields 0. What property is being illustrated by the statement? That's 0 property. The sum of any number and 0 is the original number. What property is illustrated? This is additive identity. Identity property. What is the value of n in illustration 5x? Okay, this is commutative property. Here, this is 5. Next page. Very easy. Next page. Okay, number 10. Okay, number 10. What property is used in the following expression? Okay, 5 times. That's distributive property. This is distributive property. So 5 times 8, 40. 5 times 10, 50. Which of the following does not show the commutative property? Commutative property, the order of the addends doesn't affect the sum. Okay. So this is, no, this is not. Okay. So the answer is letter A. This does not show the commutative property. which is an example of identity property of addition. So 0 is one of the others is 0. Which is an example of it. So this letter C. Okay, next, number 13. Which operations will not change the value of any non-zero integer? That's multiplying by 1. Will not change. That's identity property. Dividing by 0, the answer is undefined. Adding by 1, it changes. Multiplying by 0, 0 is the answer. Which of the following is equal to 1.66 in vinculum? 1.66 hundredths in Lewis term. So the answer is 166 over 100. So this is 166 over 100. That's equal to 166 over 100 in Lewis term. This could be divisible by 2. This could be divisible by 2. That's 83. 83 over 50. Is there any 83 over 50 here? There's none. 83 over 50. Okay, Lewis term, 83 over 50. Okay, next. Number 15. Which of the following fraction represent 13, 13, 13? This is what I told you. So, the number 13 was repeated many times infinitely. So, this could be written as 13 vinculum. And to write this into a fraction, okay, change this into a whole number. So, this become 13. And to change this into a whole number, you should move the decimal point to the right. Tens, hundreds. You have here 100. Okay. Now, the answer is, okay. Then, okay, there is no number, okay. There is no number in which it was not repeated, so minus 0. And this is minus 1. That's 13. 99, so that is 13 over 99. That's letter B. Or you would say 13 over 100 minus 1. The answer is 13 over 99. Okay, next. So match column A with column B. So 12 times blank equals 12. That's 1. 3/4. In decimal, that's 0.75. Letter F. 0.6, that's 6 over 10. 6 over 10 divided by 2 was 3 over 5. Which is 3 over 5 here? 3 over 5, yes. Letter A. What should be added to 4 to get 4? 0, that's identity property of addition. That's 0.333 or 0.3 vinculum. This is 3 over 10 minus 1 because there is vinculum. It's 3 over 9. Or 1/3. 1/3 is here. Next, 2 times quantity 5 plus 3 equals 2 times 5 plus 2 times 3. 3 is the answer. So 8 plus 4 plus 5 equals 8 plus 4 plus 5. This is associative property. This is distributive property. 12 or 12 vinculum. So this is 12 over 100. You directly subtract 100 minus 1. The answer is 12 over 99. Is there any 12 over 99? Okay, divided by 3. That's 4. 4 over 33. 4 over 33. Okay. There's no 4 over 33 here. So that is 4 over 33. So 1.25, this is 1 and 1/4. Okay, that's -5. This is inverse property of addition. Okay, so this is properties of real numbers. This is very easy. You can read this one in advance on the later pages. Okay, so let's highlight on the difficult part. This is very easy. Changing fraction into decimal, very easy. Then, okay, the difficult part, repeating non-terminating decimals into fraction. Okay, so I didn't independent activity 1, you can read this one. So express its fraction form to decimal form. Very easy. 2 divided by 5, 3 divided by 4, 175. Express its decimal to fraction form 0.75. So you are only to write the place value of 5. Identify the place value of the last digit. This is hundreds. This is tens. This is hundreds. That's 75 over 100 or 3/4. So reduce to least term divided by 25 divided by 25. The answer is 3/4. Here 1 and 1/4. Here 6 over 10. This is 6 over 10 divided by 2. Divided by 2, that's 3 over 5. This is 175. This is 175 over tens, 100,000. That's over 1,000. We could divide this one by 25. So 175 divided by 25. Okay, that's 7. And divided by 25. So 1,000 divided by 25. The answer is 40. 7 over 40. Okay. You can answer this one. You can refer to your notes on the later page on this module. Oh. Identity property. That's distributive. That's identity property of multiplication or multiplicative identity. That's inverse. No, this is 1. That is 1. This is wrong. Number 5. This is associative property. So this is inverse property of addition or additive inverse. Okay, this is commutative property of multiplication, and this is identity property of multiplication, and this is commutative associative property, and this is commutative property. Very easy. Okay, here is the independent activity 2. Fill in the blanks and determine what properties of real numbers. So what should be added to here so that we can get a 0? So this should be -2, so that this whole quantity will become 0. So 3 times -2 plus 2, that's 0. Then 3 times 0, that's 0. -2 plus 2 is 0. -6 plus 0 is -6. Here, this is 0 plus 7, that's 7. 6 times blank equals 36. This should be 0. Because 6 times 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Okay. Change the following rational numbers in decimal form to fraction form. So, how to change? So, that's negative. The place value of the last digit. What is the place value of this? Tens, 100,000. So, that's 1 over 1,000. Okay, this is 1 and 8 over 10 divided by 2 divided by 2 reduced to the same, or 1 and 4 over 5. So, this one, that's 13 or 0.13 vinculum. So, this would be tens, 100, that's 13 over 100. You minus subtract 1, that's 13 over 99. Change the following rational numbers in fraction form to mixed number form. Mix number form to decimal form. Very easy. Okay. Independent activity. Write only the letter of the correct answer. What property is used in the expression? So this is distributive property. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 7, 20. Distributive property. What is a multiplicative inverse of 1/2? Inverse of 1/2 multiplicative is 2 over 1 or 2. Okay, next. What is decimal form of 13 over 45? Okay, what is the decimal form? Decimal form of the expression 13 over 25. You simply divide 13 divided by 45. That is actually equal to 28888. Okay, repeating 8. Next, number 4. What property is being represented by -9? This is additive inverse. inverse. What is fraction form of 14? Okay, that's 14 over 100, because tens, hundreds, minus 1, that's 14 over 99. Okay. Next, what is the additive inverse of negative 5? Additive inverse of negative 5 is positive 5. Positive 5. Oh, yeah. What property holds changing the order of the factors does not change the product? This is commutative, changing orders. Which of the following illustrates the identity number for addition? Identity number of addition, 0. It should be 0 added. Okay. That's 5 plus 0 equals 5. What is the only number that is its own additive inverse? 0. What is the fraction form of 27? Very easy. This is actually equal to 0.27 vinculum, which is actually 27 over 100. So you subtract 100 by 1, that's 27 over 99 divided by 3. That is 9 over 33 divided by 3. That's 3 over 11. Okay. Next, number 6. What is the fraction form of negative 0.50? That's negative 1/2. 50. 5 over 10. 5 over 100. 50 over 100, or 1/2. What is the decimal form of negative 5 over 8? So you simply divide 5 divided by 8. That's negative 0.625. Negative 0.625. Let's write it. Okay, let's proceed to the next. Next. Okay, still, which property illustrated? This is commutative property of multiplication. So what is this? This is associative property. Which property demonstrated here? That's distributive property. Okay, next, which equation is an example of identity property of multiplication? Identity property of multiplication. The multiplier is 1. Okay, here is it. Which equation shows the commutative property of multiplication? Commutative, changing of the addends. Changing, yeah, this is letter B. Now, perform as indicated. Simplify your answer if possible. Write each as a decimal. So when you divide 7 divided by 200, 7 divided by 200, 7 divided by 200, the answer is 0.35,000. That's 7 divided by 50. 7 divided by 50. 7 divided by 50 is 0.14. So this is 2. Whole number 2.3 divided by 5. 3 divided by 5. That's 3.6. Okay. Write each as fraction. Okay, 15. Write 15. So this is 15 over 100. You subtract simply minus 1. The answer is 15 over 99. Both this one. So you have 46 over 100. You subtract 100 by 1 equals 46 over 99. This is tens, 100,000. That's 5 over 1,000. You can divide this one by 5. You can divide this one by 5. So this is 1 over 200. Okay. Next page. Assessment part. The product. The product of any number 1 is itself. What property is this? 1 and itself. The product of any number and 1 itself is identity. This is identity. Yes. Multiplying any number by 0 yields 0. 0 property. The sum of any number and 0 is the original number. What property? Additive. Identity. What is the value? Next, number 4. What is the value of an n in illustration? 5 times 6. Okay, this is 5. It's 5. What property is used in the following expression? That's distributive. No? 5 times 8, 40. 5 times 10, 50. That's distributive property. Which of the following does not show the commutative property? Commutative property. So the answer is letter A. This is not commutative, nor any property. No property illustrated. Which is an example of identity property of addition. So identity property of addition, the other one of the others is 0. So here is it. Which property will not change? Will not change the value of any non-zero integer? Identity. Multiplying by 1. Identity. Multiplicative identity. Which of the following is equal to 1.66 in Lewis term? So 1.6 in Lewis term, that's, we have the answer. We had answered it already. It's 83 over 50. 83 over 50. Okay, which of the following fraction represents 13? Okay, this is actually 13 vinculum. That's 10/100. That's 13 over 100. You subtract directly 100 by 1. That's 13 over 99. Letter B. Express 8 over 25 as decimal. 8 over 25 as decimal. So 8 divided by 25. The answer is 0.32. Okay, the answer. Express 85 hundredths as fraction in Lewis term. That's 85 over 10 hundredths, 100. So 85 divided by 5. We could divide this one by 5. That's 17 over 20. Letter A. Okay, number 13. Express 375,000 as fraction. That's 375 over 1,000. So you can divide by 25, divided by 25. So what is the answer when you divide 375 divided by 25? That's 15 over 1,000 divided by 25. What is the answer? That's 40. You could have divided by 5, divided by 5. That is 3 over 8. Okay, letter D. So here, express as fraction. So the same. This is 0.5 vinculum. That is 5 over 10 minus 1. That's 5 over 9. Okay, what property illustrated? Times 1. Okay, you will multiply this one by 3 over 2. It's reciprocal 1. And this is inverse property of multiplication. Inverse. Thank you very much. And subscribe to my channel.